What's going on, my gentle people? Lewis here with another episode of White Belt Wednesday. If you're a recent subscriber and you're back to the channel, you get one of those. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate all the love and support. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the conversation. Hit the thumbs up button and make sure to share this video with all of your friends. Now, one more thing. Make sure to visit our online store so you can check out some new Beware the Underhook merch and accessories. We'll be adding some new stuff soon, so stay tuned. The link is in the description. Now, for those that don't know, this weekend was the New York IBJJF Open, and I got a chance to compete along with some of my teammates. And so I decided that this week's post should be tournament-based or competition-based. So I was browsing around on Reddit, and I came across a question from Reddit user Refia, and it says, I started doing BJJ 2 weeks ago and I was wondering if it would be a bad idea to sign up for a competition in January. I'm training 3 times a week and endurance training on the off days, if that helps clear anything up. It's always exciting when you see somebody with the urge to compete. I remember when I first wanted to compete, I was a white belt and I was only training about a month at the time, and I ended up doing the Grappler's Quest tournament. And you know, since then I fell in love with it, and you know, I wanted to keep doing more and more tournaments. So if it were up to me, I would say just, you know, go right on ahead and do it, right? But let's go over some pros and cons about some things that maybe you should look out for that'll help you make the decision better, right? So here are some good things that you'll end up getting from competing, right? You're gonna learn about yourself, right, and your mental toughness, right? So in a match, when you compete, especially for the first time, you have a whole bunch of adrenaline pumping through you. You have everybody looking at you. People tend to be nervous, and then you have somebody who's across the mat from you who's actively trying to kill you, right? So especially when things are not going your way, it could be a real test about your mental fortitude and how strong you are and how much you're willing to endure in a match and try to overcome in order to win that match. So you can definitely test your mental toughness in a tournament. So another thing you're going to learn is about your jiu-jitsu. So if you've been training for 2 weeks, 3 times a week, there's only a limited amount of techniques that you would have learned at the time, if any, right? So you're gonna see what kind of concepts and what kind of things stuck to you the most during your time training, and then you could work to develop on those things, and vice versa. You can see the things that actually didn't stick and the things that went horribly wrong, and then you'll be able to take those things and work on them and actively improve your jiu-jitsu, you know, from there. And then you're also gonna learn, you would also learn more about the BJJ as a sport, right? Because when you go and compete, it's just like any other sport, kind of like basketball, you know, or football. The only difference is that you don't have a team behind you. When you step on those mats, it's just you by yourself and you're competing against somebody else. But there's points involved, there's strategies and things like that. So doing your very first competition is going to expose you to a different level of understanding of BJJ as a sport compared to someone who has never competed before, right? So that would be good too, especially if you're going to compete in the future. You know, the sooner you get exposed to it and the sooner you learn, the better it is going to be for you in the long run. But I will say that if you are going to compete, that make sure you're doing it for yourself and you're not doing it because either your team is pressuring you, or you have family members pressuring you, or anything like that, or people are asking you, "Hey, are you going to compete?" You know, make sure you do it for yourself because you want to test yourself and you want to see your growth. You know, that way you have a reason to go out and do these tournaments, and you'll end up having a much better time. Right, so let's talk about some of the things that may go wrong when they set an expectation and they put all their hopes on that outcome, and then when it doesn't turn out, all of that hope is crushed and gone, you know. So I've seen that happen plenty of times. Another thing is you don't want to take it too serious, right? You're not fighting for the UFC heavyweight title, okay? This is going to be your first match as a white belt, you know. So just go out there, have fun, and try your very best. You know, I had a friend once, I was making a big deal. I was super nervous about one of my my tournaments when I was a blue belt. This was my first big tournament, and I got a little bit nervous, you know. So one of my friends told me, he said, let me ask you a question, right? So think about any of the super high level black belts, right? Like, you know, JT Torres, Keenan Cornelius, you know, things like that. You know, do you remember any of their white or blue belt matches? and I couldn't. I couldn't, you know. So in reality, it's not really that important. It's important only to you. So that's why I say, if you're gonna compete, you know, make sure you're doing it for yourself, because you want to grow, right? So don't take it too serious, right? And then the last thing that, you know, I've seen happen a lot too is that letting the outcome of the match get to you, right? In either direction. You don't want to let it affect you too much, right? So if you put on a tear and you run through your whole division, right? You submit everybody, you get gold. You don't want to let that win get to your head to the point where you're, you know, acting like you're the next best thing since sliced bread. So that's my take on it. You should definitely do it if you're doing it for yourself because you want to do it and you want to see how your skills match up, or you just want to have a taste of competition and you want to see what it's like. I'm all for it, man. Go right on ahead. Get it done, do it, do your best, have some fun, enjoy the journey. You know, just remember those things, set the right expectation for yourself. Don't take it too serious, you know, and don't let the outcome get to you so much. All right, just go out there and do the very best and work on the stuff that you need to work on. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. You know, share it with your friends, post it on Facebook, post it on the social media. Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure to visit our online store. The link is down in the description. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.